We have Chad and Alex to deliver this first best of 3 right to you, fresh, hot, and ready.
Do you know what else is fresh, hot, and ready? This banana bread that Chad just brought for me. I'm really proud. Very grateful, actually, Chad. Thank you very much. It's the cinnamon and apple variant.
That's the one.
Very excited.
It's my favorite one. I'm not a huge fan of the chocolate. I think there's a bit too much sugar in that bad boy, but I've become a fan of ENCE. Now, if you've been watching Counter-Strike for the last couple of years, you'd be surprised to hear me say that. Yeah. I love the pop-off from Snappy yesterday, and I want to kind of set you up as the viewers at home to know the stakes. For both of these teams, wins are very important because they are on the cusp of the names who we think will be making it through from Group B. If ENCE pick up this one, they are putting themselves in the driver's seat to be a spoiler team to potentially upset and make their way through the group. But we are live and we are away. Nade damaging through to main. Hampus, he's been pushed off of heaven and we're into the top side.
Yeah, already seeing at least one go down. It's Spinks. Locked out for now. The T side aren't fully committing to this despite taking a bit of early damage. Hampus, he hears this now. Bomb is going down, uncontested. Diha gets it. But ZTR has contributed, and through the one-way, Plopsky arrives. It's Snappy for a double. Keeps it competitive. They are all coming from main. He can focus his attention. The crosshair's just not there. Alu does find a clean first. If he could just find a second, but ZTR too good. Too quick on that trigger and even grabbing himself a kit for later endeavors. 1-0, NIP, take the CT pistol.
Yeah, ZTR's a name. Hopefully we'll be saying a little bit more here. It's a difficult one for a youngster like him coming on in. Debut against Astralis, looks good, and then ever since hasn't been able to live up to that hype.
Context, when we say youngster, we're talking 17.
17, yeah.
17 years of age.
Another babyface killer we got in the server.
Yeah, we certainly do.
Well, we just heard Snappy talking about Force Buys, Alex. Now, this one here makes a lot of sense, right? They got that bomb down. They're able to invest here. Diha making a bit of a name for himself. He has the Galil. Alu with a UMP. Back 10 for Snappy and a couple of Deagles. What kind of approach are we looking for here? Let's see. As Nuke makes his way across into Warehouse, going to tuck himself into the back corner with the AUG.
Whoa.
For the job.
Yeah, any sort of yard hijinks are going to be cut short with a setup like that.
Yeah, quite a few rifles being prioritized here, and Rez with a chance.
That's what happens when you nade off the door, actively holding it. A deep smoke dropped. I wonder if that's going to completely obscure their view. It does seem perfect. You can see that's an aggressive smoke. Look at that. Look how that feels from the T side in lobby. Yeah, you just don't know what is on the other side of that. And as it fades, you're going to have to do your diligence clearing it. Don't forget the door is blown off. So there is a lot of threat and a lot of scrutiny already upon ENCE.
Looks like they're setting up for a top piece here, and they're going to have Diha come in either late for a yard flank. This low smoke that he's throwing right now will put in question the red box. And Alu's setting up some nades towards ladder. Rez with another chance. He doesn't get it.
He doesn't, and it's only an MP9 on Hampus. If he goes down, it was a chance for Spinks. The flash pops from Alu. Loses his vision. Bomb is loose. Nork does come out of Warehouse, and Dia's on the hunt. Now, he may not get contact here. It depends entirely on how Nork chooses to peek out.
I don't think he's been spotted either.
Plopsky looking to clear out Alu, peeking into the line. He's so low, long range. Snappy surely next on his list.
Snappy needs to live here. Give D-House some room.
Yeah. There's a lot of time still on that clock, and he's walking in a bit of a dead zone for that jiggle from Nork.
25 seconds, though. Time is the problem here. D-House needs to get a move on.
I think main has to be his option. He's decided to... Oh, the peek out. Nork's got him. And the round does conclude. We'll see some weapons scavenged away. But NIP, they keep them at arm's length, using those longer range weapons, the M4s and the AUGs, making it very difficult to have as much impact with your MAC-10s and your UMPs.
Yeah, so right there, we can see why those rifles are brought in because of the Force 5 ENCE. It means now as well that they're going to have even more so. So everyone's upgraded right now from NIP into an M4 or better. That is quite a nice place to be in round number 3.
Something I remembered as well, and SEO broke it down over on his noob hub, but he was talking all about NIP's aggression to counter Complexity's yard plays.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see whether or not that's something they have to pull out against the boys' events once they start getting smokes thrown out yard.
I really put that all down to an interview we did with Threat. I think it was late last year or even in the middle of last year, and he was talking about how he thought the CT side meta would shift on this map because of how good teams are now with utility towards yard. There's so many different variations of smoke walls now that the CTs have to change up their options.
It's a mini game within the game, and this is a perfect line for Nork to be holding with that scoped rifle. A satisfying burst into the head of another. Doto's added up. Alu gone. More dreamy AUG scenarios as new addition. Fresh out of Israel, Spinks is playing from ENCE's HQ. Joining this international roster, and I mean international it is. 2 Finns. Snappy from Denmark and Diha from representing Poland. He's coming for you, Bentet.
Ventez now in Europe as well. It'd be interesting to see if those Extreme boys ever make their way back into the upper echelons of Counter-Strike. It's not looking good at the moment by any means.
No, I mean, if you had to kind of create a list of results that don't look good.
Yeah, every time I look at that page, I just cringe a little bit. It does hurt to look at, but here goes Nuke back in towards the red pole side of Warehouse. Hard smokes. And I think one of the key points you just made is Snappy, the in-game leader. He loves a bit of Nuke. Flash towards ramp, pressure.
Hampus. Oh, you could not ask for more. There it is. He gets the frag and gets away scot-free. Ramp's lost, as is Secret. This gets interesting now for multiple reasons. Look at their crossfire. It's strong on ramp. I would not fancy my chances breaking through that one if there's no pressure from Secret from Alu.
Oh,
Hampus can do it all. Yeah, he hasn't even required any help. Another body drop. D has gone, the star of the show, forced to watch. As Snappy losing half of his health in the first exchange. He lives on. Alu is flanking, and Plopsky, he's been checking it intermittently. This time he does find the frag necessary. NIP set for 4.
Yeah, I think if Hampus is going to get you 3 kills right there, that is the round done and dusted. Snappy walks in, goes down, 2 players, clean them all up. And some dramas right now in the ENCE camp, because in the early stages, they're not having too many fraggers on the scoreboard. Dihar is the man we're talking about. It's only 4 rounds played, but yeah, you had to find impact. Doto was someone who impressed us with his clutch work yesterday.
Yeah, God.
Making that sound cue, jumping back up. I think it was Acor he was out playing over towards Pit. That was quite the series, quite the way to kick off Group B. It's not the gargantuan household names like a FaZe Clan or a G2, but I think that these teams will be budding and pushing to get themselves into that top 3. NIP is a curious one. I think when you see these individuals, Alex, like, man, they can be so hot. But then the next day you wake up and you watch them and they're like, what's going on? The team is also quite young as well when you do consider names like Plopsky, Nuke, Hampus, Rez experience.
It averaged out about 21 last time we checked.
Yeah, let me have another look. Let's just jump on in here. Because they got rid of Twist, right?
Yeah, precisely. He might have brought it up.
He was... see, I always reference this, and people probably think I'm old. I am, but Twist was playing back in 2013.
Just because you have memories of getting AWP'd by him on Cobblestone, back when you were shooting heads.
I think it was Nuke then. I don't think we even had Cobble in the pool back then. It was not a CSGO map at the time. But they're back onto these pistols, and it's not... Well, I was going to say it's not a full force, but Alu actually has invested a lot of money here, but it's back towards top.
Yeah, ZTR to be tested. And he's lost out on his first duel. Rez is lucky to be alive, and he's making it count. Topside take has cost many bodies. The trades do continue, and they're not letting Snappy have just a moment's respite. It's costly, and it may reflect nicely on what Snappy was talking with Frankie about. They managed to take 3 weapons away, force 3 rebuys, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, 5K for the AKs.
5 rounds in 4 minutes, so quite the pace to this game here, considering how strung out some of these games of Counter-Strike can be. NIP are just mopping this up, cleaning them up. Nuke mowing him down. Now the guns come back out. So this is it. Alu did invest a lot right there. He'll be going into this round with just an AK. Won't be too many problems if they are setting him up for success. Yard smokes lopped on out with Doto in the hat pictured on the screen. And Hampus this time to deal with the yard aggression.
Flashed off, smoked off, and a lot of time passing. They're crossing. They missed their smoke or didn't choose to throw it. Regardless, no one spotted it out. So perhaps it's Nuke. We've seen boosts, we've seen Molotovs, we've even seen flashes. How do they force this AWP out of the stair line? They don't. Dry. Into the thigh. D has gone. ZTR taking a bit of lobby control. It's passive, and Spinks is responsible for it on the T side. He should have him booked. It's about his exit. He can go silently down the ladder, but ZTR would totally have him. There it is. That's a big find from Spinks. Equalizes. They smoke off main and continue to try and hunt Hampus. He's ready, though.
Ink dead. Nice shot.
More damage. It's not lethal. Snappy and Doto down to 30 and 40 respectively. Still yard, but you can't plant in yard. Rez aware, locking down the rotate to lower. If he goes further, though, he's going to meet Snappy in a very clean headshot, but with their knives out, Plopsky's there. They doubled up, and it's enough. The element of surprise converts 2 for Plopsky's AK. Spinks, they know he was lobby. Bombs loose. Everything pointing towards another ninja round here. Secret seems to be his option. Vence was the alternative. He's making it loud. Yeah, he has to. He's running out of time. It's a very time-sensitive mission, just hoping and praying they don't double.
Yoink.
Knife out. He's off.
Oh, they're going to beat him at the vent now. He's even got a molly for this. He can deny the vent route.
This isn't bad. If he plants safe, there's a chance. Nuke, however, is so fast. If he gets around, there's a plant. It's a plant at most. Okay, the nade doesn't find him. He's done well to recover, and he's recovering the round as well. Isolates the first. Looking for the second. He swings out. Nuke's too quick. Damn close, though. Makes something out of nothing there, Spinks.
Yeah, great attempt, right? Max loss bonus with that bomb down. Lots of money in the back pocket for ENCE going forward, and he did his absolute best there. He gets that lobby clear onto ZTR. There's not much time. He grabs that frag, even gets it down. So you have to be happy with that, considering what he was up against. And that nade, if it was just a little bit closer, maybe the bomb doesn't get planted. You can see that thought process, right? You know they're lower. You know they're holding the bomb. Deny that rotation with that molly.
Heart on his sleeve does Doto. You've seen him at the highest highs and the lowest lows so far.
I loved it when we got an interview with him after he had just joined ENCE, and he was one of the few Finns that spoke to us. Him and Yampi, they actually could have a conversation.
That's true, yeah.
So it's good to see a little bit right here of emotion. Oh, Nuke, aggressive. We might even go to leaving spawn.
Yeah.
Oh!
Okay, they're leaving T-spawn now. Smoke's outside. Nuke changing his mind.
Was it completely clear? They're rotating top.
Rez readies himself.
They know this is coming.
Had his issues. Yeah, they got the info off the back of that AWP. And look, Nuke's already in topside. Like, he got that info and immediately went to help them. He's watching Hart. Can't pull the trigger. He does onto one.
Oh, everyone's burning.
They are. They don't have the info.
Burning.
Lots of damage, but they're throwing it back down range as well. It's CTR, good for one. Doto plunging himself back into the lobby, hoping to re-aggress from Squeak with Alu, but they do not last long. Damn, this is a vigilant defense from the Ninjas.
They're looking crispy.
Yeah, I mean, you'd combine their aim with early info. Speaking of aim, Doto's hit some great shots. A third opportunity presents itself, not to be. Woo, but ENCE, you know, like, clearly, they are under the thumb of the Ninjas in Pyjamas right now. They're pushing for the info at the right time. CT aggressive maneuvers into stacks. Snappy just can't call the right game. This was the info. Boom. Yet to see Nuke go down, by the way, Chad. 0. We're nearly halfway through the first half here, and the dude has not died.
Nuke, the untouched right now. He's looking good.
He's just been a farm of M4s for his squad. Ah, perfect. He can throw a nade through there, right onto the toes of Spinks.
It's looking like a very quick 8-0. Diha yet to frag as an impact player on a map choice. Remember, this is ENCE's map choice.
Oh, he hasn't even been firing bullets. 1 ADR. Like, he's been dying before he could even collect a single tag.
Well, with a lot of these top hits, they're very Hail Mary, right? They're not late round. They're trying to catch NIP off guard, and they're not getting caught off guard by any means. Once again, they execute through. They can't even make their way out. Squeaky.
Oh, team flashes as well, guys. This is not looking pretty. One did slip the net, and Snappy, a crucial frag, enables potential plant. Doto's going for it. A fast plant down lower, Chad.
Yeah, well, the bomb's down, timer starts, but the big guns are on the NIP side, and they can start this retake.
2 still in that lobby. 2 for ZTR to contend with. And Alu's hunting for this. He's found them both, and they hit their shots, but now that's information, the bomb ticking. CTs are into the site. Plopsky with the kit.
So many nades here, so many nades.
He's not holding it. Hampus has been caught as well. No. If Snappy swings this door open at the right time, Plopsky baits them in. Close the door. Time-sensitive mission now. The flames. Oh no, did they spread? The T's have perfectly thrown the flame down. They'd have to get on it now. Now is the time. If you deny, Alu can win it all through the door. He's got one. Oh! He's gone 2. And off the back of the Tech-9s, ENCE, through throwing their bodies into that lower site, have put the first on the board.
Yeah, that should not have been as easy as it was. That was very clumsy from NIP on the retake here. They had so many nades, right? They had mollies, they had smokes, everything they could have asked for. I think ZTR going to Snappy getting that freebie, right? It looked like it was completely through the smoke on our screen. Didn't have that signaled in the top right. And then Nuke and Plopsky left trying to fumble around that Molotov. Was not to be. And now their money already, after a 7-0 start, it's not in question. They'll be able to buy, but they don't have the AWP, they don't have the AUG. ZTR's down to a UMP.
It's not pretty.
No, and look, I think with a lot more weapons being viable, and maybe it's not just weapons being viable, they've probably always been viable. It's just more people understanding how to use them, what they're situationally allowed to do. Counter-Strike in these rounds have been highly contested, and that's why we get a lot more close games, a lot more overtimes. So let's see what ZTR can do with the UMP. As one of the top holders, not the worst weapon for the job, but Alu's got out his big green, the AWP, finally rearing its head on the T side. Oh, Plopsky aggressive here. Might get a timing onto Spinks.
Oh, he crashed under it. I think he's got the vision, though. Plopsky's in a lot of trouble. Can use the smoke to get away, though. It's powerful in the right hands. Plopsky maneuvering around the smoke. The spray does find him, though. That'll deter.
Yeah, it's going to be the blood on the wall there.
Out of there. So Diha having a tough game. Hampus quite the opposite. He's responsible for Yard. He's tucked in on Secret for now. A lot of responsibility on him, and he's actually chosen to try and drop some degree of a one-way. Not going to happen. It's just a smoke now for Secret.
Yeah, well, that works two ways, right? They can't pick for info, and Diha can actually creep up behind it and get into the lip of Secret here. So free territory.
True, true. It's almost like the T's threw that one for him. Nice and set up now.
Back towards top again they go. Snappy does love a good late vent drop.
No contact. No contact at all. Backs are turned. And Rez lines up two. More team flashed. That's awkward. Alu's gonna try his best. He's been caught through the vents. Diha was the luck. And well, guys, I'm not sure what you want me to do with this.
Well, Plopsky and ZTR are low. 20 seconds left. It's not the recipe for success.
Far from it. He does have the element of surprise here.
Just a kill would be nice. On the board now.
And that'll be it. Now a question of trying to find him if they are interested. There is not too much residual cash in the CT side. They'll take the win, take the W, and send ENCE back down to that brutal 3K mark.
A lot of these rounds feel the same, right? ENCE feign some yard control or maybe have some very light yard control and then go back to top for a set piece. They either go fast top, they wait around, they go top. Either way, they're not having much success towards top. It always feels like there's a minimum of 3 NIP players on this upper bomb site. And that is a problem. You want to draw out these rotations. That's the whole point of doing yard smokes, is to get a player to drop to lower, force somebody to play passive more closer around CT spawn boxes, maybe even helping out ramp.
But you can't get through ramp. Like, I feel like Plopsky, just by existing and doing what he's done so far, has been enough of a deterrent.
Yeah, it's just strange that that one avenue of the map they're having so much trouble with, and now it's just going to be back down to the pistols mode on through. Rez with a chunk of damage.
Oh, that doesn't feel good to watch.
Blender.
Oh. 3 on the 1 spray of the mag, and another round done in the first 20 seconds of play.
Alex, we went live at 12.
Yeah.
It's 12-13. The score's
It's not 12-13,
I swear to God.
Okay, well, we are already blasting towards the end of our first half here.
What is happening?
I mean,
this is so quick.
It's like they've got a really hot date.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most things are
3
closed,
PM.
and it is a Sunday, so all right.
Crunchy roll and chill.
Let's see how quick they can get this first half done, shall we? Not only that, the bomb's only gone down twice. So
what's he up to? Look at the smoke. He just wants to go. Puts out the molly, hunting straight into the site. And yes, indeed, it's looking good. It's denied as well for ZTR. They're up heaven. Relentless aggression into the site. And they're still losing their Lurk and Diha. Oh, way dropped. That nade drops Plopsky down to half. He'll crawl in on the one-way. A flash from Nuke. This is the go.
Oh.
Multiple flashes turned. And already Plopsky does go down. This looks perfect for ENCE. And all off the back of Snappy, leading from the front.
There we go. There's a round, and there's the bomb going down. So this one will not be defused, and Nuke might not even hold on to the AWP. You were speaking about the money situation for the Ninjas before. He really wants to hold on to this, and actually ducking back over towards ramp, they'll let him get away with it. So ENCE get their second.
I'm going to be throwing that underarm smoke on our top takes from now on. You see through it on the left side of the wall of lobby. You don't lose vision, and it puts out the molly consistently.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
We need a few more tricks of the trade. We did have a loss last night in our matchmaking games. Wasn't happy with that. 16-14.
Oh, it was so close.
Down to the wire. When you're playing someone in matchmaking, then they force you to start trying, and then you still lose. Sucks.
Oh, we have to play proper Counter-Strike. We can't just force by every round.
Try just running at them every round. Oh, we got to try now. All right. Well, 9-2, buyout again. This round right here, ENCE win this, they can actually build themselves a decent haul of rounds. So, round 12, a lot on the line.
Oh, there's no way Alu's ready for that.
Not even looking.
You're just going to say with a facepalm.
There's 2 here as well.
Nuke, easiest frag of his life, and there's more to be added to the list. They swing out one by one. He pulls the trigger. 2 in the feed for Nuke on the AWP. Just Doto now and Snappy bomb. Oh, it's so far forward. They have to go for this, and Nuke's just lining them up. knocking them down like Skittles. Snappy's about to taste Plopski's rainbow. There we have it. 10 for the boys from Sweden.
I'm about to say a couple of things. Now, I want to add context to the things before I say them.
Right.
I don't know the game plan for ENCE. I don't know what they watched in the demos and thought they could exploit against NIP. I don't know what was said before coming into this. But a lot of the deaths that the ENCE players are experiencing now, running through a smoke, running through a molly, running out while the flashes and potentially getting flashed by teammates, they're running out and just trying to hope that they either get a timing or catch a player while they're blind or being corralled by utility. All of those things right there are not necessarily a recipe for success, especially for somebody like Diha, who likes to take heads-up duels, and Orpa like Alu, who likes to take heads-up fights. If they're just running into things, they're not getting a chance to actually use their individual ability. Now they're going, once again, looks like back to one of these top explosions. And NIP, they're more than happy just to play aim map, because that's what this is for them. Throw your nades, we'll throw ours, and then we'll shoot you in the head as you come out blind. 10-2.
Ooh. Just as one fades, a second arrives. Snappy's holding the yard push. I expect he's going to be throwing the God Flash from there.
What is Diha doing on the ladder right now?
Ooh.
What is this?
It's a ladder HE lineup.
Is he just doing that to break the windows? I'm not sure. Okay.
We'll solve that mystery when we come to it. But as you said, nades are thrown, and then they play deathmatch. Rez wanted an upgrade. It costs him his life, but there was an immediate response from ZTR. Goodbye, Alu. A second found on this topside defender. D is in a lot of trouble. And Nuke confirms 11 for the Ninjas. Now, this is ENCE's pick as well. So definitely seems to be something is awry in the ENCE camp. Not looking like the rigid squad we saw just yesterday. Something about the Ninjas' defense has definitely gotten under Snappy's skin.
It's just the pace of this. And the problem is, because they've gone fast from the get-go, and now we're in, well, late game, of course, the first half, it's impossible now to really just change that pace. And their money is in the bin again. And when I say in the bin again, it's been that max loss bonus, right? But the lack of plants doesn't facilitate you the extra 800 in the bank account. If we take a look, there's only been 3 plants in the whole first half. So not a lot of extra cash coming in, and that's really left them strapped. NIP have just been hammering them, and it's not even the names and the frags that we've been talking about, right? It has just looked like ENCE are running in, ENCE are dying. Everybody from NIP is getting multi-kills. We've got 16 for Hampus, we've got 13 kills for Nuke, we've got 10 apiece for ZTR and Plopski, and 11 for Rez. So everybody is shooting them as they step on out. That's simple as that.
Yeah, and I mean, you try and go yard, Hampus deals with you. You try and go inner, ZTR, Nuke's probably rotated there already, and Rez has got you locked down on main. Everyone's delivering when tested. Ooh, okay, Diha. Wow,
go again.
Straight in. It's a top site take, and this could be the gap. It's 1 for 1. Rez still on the site. Hampus feels the gap. He knows one down there. The bomb might go down. This is how they found their first round. ENCE having a man advantage, and now the bomb ticking in their favor as well. Wow. Spinks caught. Doto hunting 2 from Decon. Or Hampus, rather, actually isolated. The other 2 from doors.
Doto's the only one lower.
Now they arrive down the vents, and this is what Hampus is holding. He's ready for at least the first. Won't be having his back. Oh! Alu's missed his shots. It's down to Alu. 19 HP. Gap to close for Plopski. He has an incendiary. He could just hold it, maybe. And that's the shot. That might even be the defuse. So close. But stolen in the final 1v1. 12 posted by the Ninjas. Woo! So you can see their game plan, Chad. You know how you're talking about there's only one lower. We saw it when in the previous round, it was Snappy and Alu both squeak as well. Yeah. They clearly want to do late vent as their retake. Yeah, if you can or rather their after plan.
Yeah, if you can deny that rotation as well and then come down late, you're able to swarm into the back vents, go out the decon side, go into the window side. But because there was nobody coming through that point of rotation, or they were already down, it made life so difficult. That's another close round there, but if they were able to win that one, ENCE, that's the difference between an 11-4 and now what could be a 13-2. An acceptable half has now just been turned on its head.
The testing yard. Hampus previously has had no issues contending with them. On the AUG, on the M4 this time. 4 of them walking out yard, and of course, NIP have 3 players positioned accordingly.
Yeah, look at this. They can spring.
How have they got this? They're so ready for it.
They've been ready for everything. Flash, ZTR, it's out.
High flash and swing. Perfect execution, and now more fragging. Hampus, however, kept equal. He's shut down by Alu, boosting over the smoke. Plopsky is the element of surprise here. They've already killed 2 Yard. He won't be ready for a third, and Plopsky punishes Alu as he dismounts. Doto in limbo.
Needs that bomb.
Oh, and he's lost his teammate as well. Nuke just stops Spinks in his tracks. Doto's gone too. 13. My lord, it's unlucky for some. Looking unlucky for ENCE. We have to take a break. One of the quickest halves we've seen of EPL Season 13.
Hey Future Pros! Took the private jet to Nuke today to give you a flash for the A side. This flash will help your team greatly. First, make sure you shoot out this window. To do this flash, get into this corner just outside of T-spawn. Aim above the third window in the middle of the white metal cladding. Then run forwards and jump throw the flash as you get into the center of the window. A site is a complex site, so this flash won't blind everybody, but it certainly will help. Good luck, as you're gonna need it.
(13) to ENCE's 2. And Ninjas in Pyjamas are looking to start off their first game of Group B. It's our second day of play for our second group of ESL Pro League. And, well, this is ENCE's pick, the new international roster, a smorgasbord of international competition. One expert leans NIP's way, as does the score. But it is T-side Nuke, and they're going to be looking to get off to a start in order to make this a incredibly quick one. Chad was highlighting just how damn fast that first half was. It wasn't like those T rounds were going the full 2 minutes.
No, they were definitely rushing and pushing the issue there, ENCE. But now on the CT side, NIP will get to dictate the pace.
Okay, well, it's P250 spotted outside. It looks like Rez has slipped the net. That'll be information conveyed. And down in the lower site is Alu.
Very quiet scenes for Alu. Oh, here's a fight. Not just swivels back in time. And with this info, NIP are doing exactly what... Oh, okay, hold up. Rez has picked onto Ali. They know that there's one lower now, so lots of information here. So much for NIP to be able to rotate on top of that.
Doto holds his nerve. Rez pushing in. Snappy, oh, wow. Loses his life, and so did Alu. That's 2 entry frags into the lower site. CT's scrambling. Diha's pushed up, now paranoid. Rez is hunting. This is a brutal pistol approach. He shuts it down. And things will calm down. 40 seconds as he does get hired up straight into Plopski's Glock. They were waiting for it. Spinks is tucked in on Vent. Main's a threat. If only he could find a clean tap. He can't. ZTR, 1 high, 1 low. And a big pistol round for NIP. They are running towards 16 at a very fast pace.
Yeah, it's Mirage next. And what I was saying on that pistol was that NIP were just feeling them out. That's what we talk about, right, when we're doing these defaults. When you're spreading out, you kind of want to see what you're up against. ENCE didn't do that at all, right? They did yard smokes. They did straight into top hits. They were always going through something, so they didn't know what NIP were working with, and it meant that NIP could always play heads-up Counter-Strike, just focused on what was in front of them. ENCE, no option but to force buy. This would be the case normally for these guys anyway, but when the chips are down like this, 14-2, CT side, rounds are needed and damage is done. Alu's scout has been announced.
Oh, he's tagged another. This is promising scenes. If he can take another shot, perhaps it could get even worse for the Ninjas. So they are hamstrung just a little. The loss of Diha, though, is...
Oh, they're kissing in the smoke.
Hello, Doto. Completely caught out.
3 of them low now.
Yeah, tagging him up. Certainly doesn't slip out of the realms of possibility just yet. Hamper's very loud down the vents. Spinks needs info. He's in the hut. And with 3 backs turned, there is a very small window that it seems he'll miss out on as he tucks in passive. Windows aren't broken. Snappy doesn't choose to break them, which does mean Hampus will have to make a sound cue upon his arrival should he want to contain this. Here he is. Snappy losing out on the duel.
Oh,
Spinks hears them. This is what we were talking about. There is a world where Spinks can do damage here. There'll be a quick reaction, though.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Thinking about it.
Wow, great shot. Chance for Spinks. As Alu had past tense. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be pursuit of something a little less glorious, which is damage. Quick reaction finds Hampus, but unable to convert. 15 to the Ninjas. ENCE having their map completely taken from them. Yet to have any impact, yet to really feel like you've played a game of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, and that's one of the problems, right, is the individuals in the server for ENCE haven't even had a chance to warm up. The star names, Diha, Spinks, Alu, they're the ones that we're going to be looking towards to be putting down a lot of damage in a series like this. Well, Diha has 4 kills, Spinks has 6, Alu has 9. And I don't even think that it's they're like, as individuals playing badly, they just haven't had a chance.
Yeah.
Right? They have not had a chance to try and put the crosshairs on the head. So we'll be the force again. Alu's going to do this damage, and once more, Hampus and co know how to deal with this, right? If you've got threat as the coach of the team against force buys, that's one thing he is going to have you well and truly prepared for. There's a scout yard. Okay, we can't keep peeking him and giving tags. Let's either look for info elsewhere, set up a smoke wall, make our life a little bit easier, force out that CT rotation, because it is just these upgraded pistols, SMG, scout, that's it.
Snappy caught a nade from Plopski, and it's enabled that ramp pressure to be felt throughout this round. Rez is out yard, despite the scout being on patrol. Alu confirms he's still there as ETR does evade the shot. Plopski. Oh, don't know if you saw it. There was a tip of the baseball cap spotted, and that tip of the gun, the Galil. Oh, he finds another one on the repeak. Huge impact from Snappy.
Alu's here as well now. Rez has found Diha.
ZTR. Oh. They can put a lot of pressure on ZTR. Excuse me, Doto. 2 from Squeak, 1 from main. He has Spinks pushing on the flank again.
With the bomb.
And Hampus is completely booked. Rez for the response, finds it, knows there was another on top site, and the bomb's going down. Survival is integral here from Rez. He can't lose this duel. He wins it out. Getting better now. ZTR full health, doesn't get hit by the scout and completely retreats into the site. Snappy has gone completely unannounced though as he drops now. They'll hear it. There's one close, 2 close. No tickle on the bomb. He'll close the door, line up the wall bang. And there it is. Just Alu tagged. Snappy forced off the bomb as well. Rez looking to waste clutch. It's a 10-second defuse. It really does not favor them. Alu desperately hoping to hit the shot. The bullets are sketchy.
Oh,
The
that's
Snappy's
it.
knocked off. No time. And we have finished in record time. The first map, ENCE's pick. It's a disaster for them. 16 to just 2. We don't quite make the 20 rounds of play. We'll be breaking it down, of course, at the desk when we return. Janko Paunovic, Tristan Sorrenthus, guiding you through what was one of the quickest maps of Pro League so far.